back again, haven't we? I've got my other channel up and running. There we are. Right, so we are live. Now, I have actually got, and Tina knows this, I've actually got Hershey on this. Looky there, John has 5 live buttons and 5 people. How about that? I've got 4. I've got 4 on mine. 2. Welcoming. Look, if anybody's in, thank you for joining. Do think about. I will take Hershey off because I think I'm not going to. See, the thing is, for those who don't know, really connected well with Hershey, and I actually was going to have a personal reading, and it was due to happen 2 minutes ago, and she's forgotten. She's actually forgotten. So when she does go to her email, she'll think, "Oh shit, I forgot a personal reading." So yeah. So who have we got in? We got Tina. Now I saw Tina on Hershey's, so that's good. So we are doing well. If people want to give me a quick thumbs up, yeah. If you want to give me a quick thumbs down, it doesn't matter. They all count towards the same algorithm. So I just hope you give me more thumbs up than down. Julianne's in. Welcome in. Sasha's in. Welcome. Nicola's in. Everybody knows everybody. I think everybody knows each other here. Sasha, Teresa. Hey, I'm at work, but I'm here. Sassy Teresa's here as well. So, Mother Teresa, yes. And now I say Mother Teresa. Has Teresa got a sister on the other side? Somebody said sister. I said Mother Teresa, and then somebody said sister. So I don't know about Teresa. That'll be interesting. Have you like well, we've got 6 likes. That's really good. She told me she had a personal reading later today when I was on the phone with her this morning. Yeah, 6:30 my time. It's supposed to be 1:30 her time, which is like now, isn't it? I think. Anyway, we're going to be doing an hour because we'll have to wait and see then. Because she has got me later on. Well, she's supposed to be now. Anyway, I've lost it. I have sisters. Yeah. But I got sister from the other side. Albert gave me the word sister. So I said Mother Teresa. And Albert said, sister. And I thought, ooh, I have sisters with the same name. That's not you, Teresa. Yeah. My mum had 2 miscarriages. Wow, now that would be interesting. And I tell you for why. Before I'm going to get a list together, right? But I just want to say something first because I did a reading for somebody very, very close to where I live, and I said you've got a brother with you, and apparently this brother passed away within 30 minutes of being born. You know, so and this lad was with him. He'd grown up, yeah, and he was now a young man. And but apparently he passed away at like about 6 hours old. So I happen to have had that thought of they do exist, and they can, if they want, carry on living and growing as if they were the normal. Never met them. I think. Oops, hang on. I think it was after me. Interesting. Then interesting. You never met them. Yeah. Albert was definitely saying sister. Absolutely, definitely. And then we've got Nicola down there. Just make sure I don't block you by accident. You must see Paranormal Walks Live Church or less. Oh, I did bits. I did bits of it. So is there anything that I did hear? Is it one of you said gave you two timestamps? I did hear them. You can hear the whistle, and there's lots of like odd words in that that are not on the spirit box. You didn't get the actual. You didn't get the sound. Some of the words weren't radio voices. This is interesting what Julianne's just said. They grow up on the other side. Yes. And I wouldn't believe that, Julie. I really wouldn't have believed it until I did the reading for somebody next door, actually. And he turned around to me and says, how the hell do you, literally, he said, how the hell do you know that? I've not told anybody. And he turned around, Julianne, to his wife and says, I've got to tell the wife now I had a brother. You know, like, well, I don't know. He's here. So, yeah, I was really, really interested in that. I really was. Yeah, Sasha's in. I don't know how on earth have you got that to do that? That's weird. I've got Chinese and then this, and I hover over it and he goes, hi. Right, okay. I don't know how to make mentions on YouTube, so I do collective shout out. Absolutely. Synthesize Soul is in. Hi, everyone. I think I've seen my twin as an adult from In Spirit. Now, that's important. Always remember, when you ask, when did they pass away? And we try and get an age for you. They can appear on what they will appear looking like whatever they want to look like. So if your twin wants to look and put across, I think I would have looked really good at 45. They'll look like they're 45 because that's how they think they would have looked like. I'm proud of how I would have looked like if I'd have stayed alive. Oh no, God, what's he singing? Staying alive, staying alive. Ooh, 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 ooh. I tell you what, if you know Albert, I'm leaving him. He changes. He was stillborn. Doesn't matter. He'll come across however he thinks he would have looked best. You know, if he thinks he would have looked best as a teenager, he'll come across as a teenager. If he thinks he would have looked best as, Bee Gees, as one of the nice old folks, then he will come across as that. So we're going to quickly get some names, right? So we're going to get some names. Do remember, subscribers, you have to be a subscriber. You have to be a subscriber for 5 minutes. We're going to start with Angie. If you don't want one, do tell me. We've got Tina. We've got Nicola. There is a reason for that. When Dickhead starts to push stuff in, it's going to be interesting because I don't know if he can past the subscriber-only mode. Then just ignore him. Sasha, Julianne, yes, Sasha. So we've got Angie, Tina, Nicola, Julianne, Sasha, and Teresa, of course, there. Who is this bloody sister? I keep getting sister for Teresa. Why there's somebody who's claiming to be and Synthesize Soul. And they're just saying sister, and the back of the stroking the back of my neck. I'm interested to find out more about my grandmother. We will certainly get along with that one. Now I lost my spirit box. Somebody picked it up in the shop when I put it down to pack my the food into the bags. So unfortunately, I haven't got that. Angie, can you give me your question? What does Angie want to know? Tina, you can think about yours. Nicola, you're right after that. I'm interested in something spiritual with an animal. Ooh. that brings me back to the spirit dog that we got the other day on the spirit box. I really didn't know. It was really, really odd. Tina's general anyway. But yeah, we got the voice of a dog barking. So if you go to the shorts and look at the spirit dog, ghost dog, and it's absolutely amazing. I really didn't general for Julianne. We got a woof, didn't we? Woof! And I thought, spirit box, and it comes out with a bark, and only one, and it's like. And I asked whether it was Byron, and I swear I had two whispers of Byron. Just unbelievable. So we're still waiting for. Oh, Flossie's in there. Flossie, welcome in, Flossie. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We've got a couple of spaces left, I think. Sasha, I have a friend who teaches equine Reiki. Ooh, that's interesting. Yeah, I have a lot more interest in this, in the spiritual animal regime since I heard the dog outside and on the spirit box. It was like, that was cool. Teach is not the word I wanted. Okay. Yeah, that is different, isn't it? How would you put that one forward? Angie, has Angie gone? Angie can't go because Angie was right. Oh, mind you, she was. She'll be in. Because she went in here, then she came out and went somewhere else. We'll do Tina. Tina's general. If anybody sees Angie, she's on Hershey's live because she's doing the list, isn't she, for Hershey? Yeah. So that's why Angie's not in. She's on Hershey's. Ooh, which one shall we go for, Albert? I feel that I need the other ones. Yeah, I'm gonna go through every single bloody one. Staying alive. We're gonna use the Gilded Tarot. I can imagine horses are quite prevalent among spirit animals. Yeah, and anything with intelligence, isn't it? I think it's really anything with intelligence who can think. Dogs, yeah, the dog outside was just ridiculous. Well, it was something Hershey said about staying alive. It came across when Hershey said something. We want to see you karaoke sing. Did Synthesize? Have you seen it? Have you seen my singing video? I have actually put the singing video up. Synthesize Soul. Yeah, you get. I don't know how long. I'll probably keep it up. It's really. Oh dear, Lord. Yeah, you've got to check it out. Absolutely. Whoa, blimey. Something. Well, I've got a mail. The mail flew out, and it is really cunning. This person always thinks his way to the top. Thinks he knows. They think I've got a bit of a danger. The king of wands can be a bit of a danger. Thinks he knows everything and thinks he can get his way around everything. Don't start singing that. Fly me to the moon and let me play among the stars. In other words, take my hand. We're going with Tina, yeah. And then we're going to go with Nicola. So if Nicola is in, I've got Julianne's. If Nicola can give me a read, if you haven't already, if you can put your question in. We're going with. Why do I feel that Tina's? I'm shuffling for Tina. Bug-eyed dolls. What the hell's he on about? Bug-eyed dolls. Bug-eyed dolls. It's trying to tell me the name of a group. I don't know what he was on about. Bug-eyed dolls. No. Anyway, I think he's talking rubbish. There. Spiritual future. Oh, we're going with the. We might actually do a cut. We might go different on that. My question is about if I'm going to marry Jonathan in the future. Oh my God. I'll search back up yours in a minute. When we get to Teresa, we'll search back up. So here we go. Albert knows what he means. I know. I'm glad he does. Right. Ooh, upside down there. Upside down. Put the list over there. Why do I feel like I'm just going on to Hershey's? Now is the time for you to start taking off the blindfold. You know, this little mole here, Tina, we're on about. We've been ignoring something. Hello there, Reverend. We've been ignoring something, right? We want to. I want to say Wolfie. We want to disappear. We want to go and do something. We want to put something into action. But so far, we've been a little bit blindfolded, almost blindsided. Albert says. Or somebody's been blind, somebody's refusing to see the truth. Somebody's the words and the mole here. Somebody's speaking, but they're not actually being listened to, because what we've got is the mole, and this isn't Tina. I think this is the husband saying things, but almost with a blind view, keeping it out of the keeping it out of the way. I don't want to believe this. I don't want to talk about it. Anything that he doesn't want to talk about is great. However, you want to be, it is, isn't it? It comes from. I mean, I partially cold reading, because I've heard what your last reading was with Hershey. But that fits exactly what Hershey's been saying to you. Plus the next card, which is basically the King of Cups upside down, which is a very... the King of Cups upside down is a little bit of a be on your guard card. It's a very much... You've got to be careful of what this male, and it is a male because it's a king, of what this male thinks and how he thinks things. If you look at it, we've got ferns here, and it's almost like this. It's thinking things in a fixed manner. Now is the time to start for Tina to try and break that and say, look, I'm afraid it's wrong, and now is the time to start challenging it. Now is the time because otherwise he's just going to carry on being a mole. I mean, I'm almost like saying he's going to up the ante with regards saying, well, Albert says shit, and it's going to make you think, let's just get up, let's just go, and let's just set things in motion. But it's going to be set in motion by the thoughts and the way this person thinks and puts his thoughts into words. Very careful with his words. I think his life is about to become where it will affect me and my guides are getting into protection mode. Yes, there's something happening with him that's just not. Albert says not savory. Very good card though for you, because we have got the High Priestess card the right way round, and I do see now this has a little bit of this has a little bit of spirituality in it, and in this case, I'm going to take the spirituality from it. The moon in the background is the spiritual effect that's lifting you up above the water and guiding you across the water. And I do believe, like you're saying there, they're actually trying to pull you across and trying to guide you through the circumstances. Let's just ask, because we started doing this. Hello there, Anna. We started doing this, and it's a little bit different, but I tell you what, it's been working really well. So as far as the sort of blindsided, refusing to listen to one, you'll need to do the 3 cuts. 3 cuts, 1, 2, and 3. As part of the blindsided, then, yeah, you see, you're under a spell. This is what we're talking about. You're under his spell because he's controlling this, refusing to listen, refusing to he's the mole. Why is the mole? So that he's controlling it, and you're under his spell at the minute. But going forward, he's starting to think things. We have to make. We need to make things well, self-love and acceptance, right? We have to think: are we just going to accept this and just carry on with it as it is? This is the time where we have to think about this card. Do we want this card? But if we do continue with it, the spirits are trying to help you. And why are they trying to help you? There's a lot of cloak and dagger here. A lot of cloak and dagger. A little bit of, well, not a little bit. There's a lot of deception here. And I just feel, that dagger's in your back. The spirits are trying to stop him from using the dagger, basically. It's almost like the dagger is the words, and the words can be just as bad as a real knife. So I think the spirit world's getting ready to not just protect you, but to push you on and say, we're getting to the point now where it's like that middle card from here. It's either we do something or it's going to get a lot worse before it can get better again. So, well, dagger could be you. Yes. Yeah, in which case the spirit, and it was on the spiritual card as if it was like something to do with what the spirits were thinking. Since I Soul said that a funny tarot reader predicted a summer fling for me, not my soulmate. Ooh. And she said it was someone involved in law. Which we said, yes, you said the same. I did, yes. Law enforcement. Why does law enforcement keep coming up? I'll tell you what, it's but those cards that I dropped for synthesize were interesting because the ones that we dropped were very much very much it looked like the wolf on there. It looked like it was something more of a Mary Greenlaw. I've not seen Mary for a while. I do remember the name. Welcome in. It seemed to be more of more important than just a quick fling on the side. I'm not sure. I was so funny, but she doesn't think it is my soulmate, but could lead to the path to my soulmate. Interesting. but we all seem to be getting the same person, which is really, really good. We're going to Nicola. Nicola did say Nicola wanted the spiritual path. So as far as the next couple of weeks then, Albert, we're going for Nicola and her spiritual path. We might go reverse and put some gilded cards on top. Five readers have now confirmed I am having some passion. Well, I think you're saying summer. I was saying early summer, and I was saying weeks. I think was it 4 to 6 weeks. Should be showing itself soon. Whoa, Tina's getting some information. Yeah, Tina's getting some information. I wouldn't put it past it, Synthesize. I really wouldn't. So as long as Nicola's listening, hopefully Nicola is listening. I don't want to go and do Nicola's and then she's disappeared. So Nicola's spiritual belief is. So I believe that's where I am meeting. Yeah, it could quite easy, couldn't it? It has to look. Most people meet in different circumstances. You do the same old thing. You don't meet anybody different. Oh, the other clock in there. But then as soon as you do something, you tend to different. That's what sparks meeting somebody. But I was told I still believe she's your soul. I still believe she's your soulmate. I still believe she's your soul. I dropped 3 amazing cards. I can't get over those 3 cards. They were really, really good cards. It didn't point to just some fling for a few weeks. It pointed to being. It did look. I mean, those cards that flew away. I mean, we know what we think of flyers. Flyers are usually better than the entire bloody reading, you know. So Nicola. I hope she's here because we're sort of a little bit. She's disappeared for a minute. We're going to have to think about the spirits. Like, look, there's still a little bit about. It's almost like I've got a few ifs and buts from the spirit world. They're looking at what you're doing and what you're thinking and thinking, is Nicola respecting people? Is she respecting spirit? There's a little bit of a respect issue here. Understanding where the boundaries are, because you're one of many, and look, respecting the spirit is important, and I think gaining respect from spirit world is something that Nicola has to consider how she tries to do this, because at the minute, and I'm doing this, I'm saying it's as if the spirit world saying, look, please, we've got to respect each other. Don't just expect that they're going to zoom off and help you as soon as you ask. There are things they can tell you, and there are things that you can't. Try and concentrate on building that respect with the spirit world. And I think that she has to speak to them, talk to them, and even just think in phrases to them. They'll pick it up. A little bit of light. No, you don't even have to meditate. Just calm down. Stop thinking about anything else. Just a few simple questions to them to say that we are. I'm here to be talked to. I'm willing to listen, and a little bit of respect. So I try and get that respect growing, because at the minute I still feel that there's a barrier, and that barrier is it's as if it's either people on this world or the people on the others in the spirit world who just don't seem to be feeling as much respect as if you just expecting it. You can't just expect spirits to just jump out and help you. What we're going to have to try and concentrate on is, you see, when the reason why they seem to think that they look tongue twister. They seem to be thinking, look, I don't know about. Yeah, I'm just getting the same thing, Tina. Is it respect, or is it just the fact that we need to distract ourselves over the next couple of weeks, Nicola, and just try? Look, we need to concentrate on what we are wanting to ask. Concentrate on who we want to ask in the other realm, right? Just let's try and knock it down to certain people that we know might be able to help us, or certain groups of people who might be able to help us with health or spirituality or talking to us, whatever it is. We're going to try and gather our friendship on the other side and pull it forward bit by bit so that we're speaking to the right people. Because if you don't respect them and they don't feel that they're being respected at the minute, we have to make sure we're pulling back that distraction. Yeah, let's make sure we don't get distracted, because we're constantly thinking about what we need to concentrate on. Nicola, pen, paper might help. Yeah, exactly. And she's near for future. Maybe I'm getting too anxious. Yeah, I think she's near yours. Yeah. What we don't need to do, and I think this is something that Nicola is sort of thinking about changing completely, completely redoing herself and reinventing herself. Yeah. And what the don't card here is transform. We don't want to transform. They don't want you to transform. Your friends and relatives over there don't want you to transform. I tell you what, the moth is a nice card, isn't it? Beautiful card. And the transformation card is as well. Really is. I mean, he might be burning in the flames, but he is a good card. And actually, if you ever see it, the moon in the background is there. Really nice card. Don't, for God's sake, Nicola, don't try and reinvent yourself. They're getting used to how you are. They're getting used to who you are now. They just need to know what the moth to yes. Oh yeah, I know, the moth and the flame. Yeah, the moth and the flame there. Distract it. Keep it away from, yeah. The moth needs to concentrate on the flame. It's going to get burnt. Concentrate on what you're doing, otherwise you get burnt. Look, respecting the spirit, yes, and it's the spirit card that's come on top of it. Respect the spirit there. So absolutely, this is about you and the spirit world. Yeah, don't get distracted. Don't feel like you have to walk away. You don't have to walk away and leave the cups. Yeah, you can't. Because let's not try changing things. Let's make sure that we're actually doing things as they want us to. You are on there, Mary. You are on there. We will get through to you. Just stay on, please. And yeah, don't try transforming. If you want to do anything different, then try, be the hermit. Be the hermit. Pull back, but don't transform. Don't change yourself in any way. You don't have to change yourself. You just have to accept yourself for what you are and accept the spirits for who they are. They're telling me not to be gay. Well, the cards are saying don't change yourself as far as who you are. But you do have to grab certain spirits now, because they're being a little bit they're a bit concerned that there's some sort of no respect. I don't know whether it's with somebody in this realm or somebody over there, but there's a little bit of disrespect somewhere, and they just seem to want to know that you're taking it seriously, and that they're not, that you can't just ask them and get a response back. Yeah, so do be like telling a chair not to be sat in. You are who you are. Don't change, is what the card Albert said anyway. So yeah, just sit down, and we need to, over the next week, stop being distracted. Don't change yourself, and just concentrate on who you want to speak to on the other side. Grab somebody in your head and try and communicate with that one person, and try and draw on their energy and their help. And the distraction card, yeah, don't get distracted by the other spirits. We need to concentrate on just one, because at the minute we need to build the that reputation and trust between at least you and this other person that you're going to have to try and get in with. So do be very, very careful. Do be very careful. Right, now we have a general for Julianne. Now, hopefully Julianne's on. Then we've got Sasha, Teresa, Synthesized Soul, Flossie, Wolf, and Mary. So we will call it, I think, on that. We will call it on that. And I'm enjoying this, really am. We will. Now, for those who don't know, we usually have a spirit box to talk to spirit so that you can hear them. We do get some good results, and we get some really naff results, but I lost it. I went on holiday and I lost it in the in one of the shops coming back. So we're going to go with Julianne, and a general for Julianne. Mayweather. Do you know somebody called Mayweather, or May or Mayweather? Why I get Mayweather? I haven't got a bloody clue. I don't know whether you're particularly spirit guide, Nicola, or whether you need to be concentrate on just somebody who's deceased, right? A spirit. I don't even think they're a guide. I think they're just a spirit that hangs around. Probably somebody that you know. In any case, that's what a boxer. Julianne. Mayweather. Is that a boxer? This is a boxer, isn't it? So that's the surname. I think it's a surname, isn't it? And it just came up, Julie, when I was thinking of your name, and I got this Mayweather, and I'm thinking, Mayweather? What? What an odd name to come through. I haven't got a bloody clue. Hey, maybe Floyd Mayweather is with Julianne, right? Oh, bloody. That's a really odd one, isn't it? Yeah, I was thinking it sounded familiar, Anna. I'm thinking that's a bit odd. Hey, I'll go with it. So, yeah, Julianne, the one connected with this Floyd Mayweather chappie. I wonder if she is actually connected with him. We're a general for. Beep-bap-a-loop-bap, she's my baby. Beep-bap-a-loop. Oh, I don't know how many times I cut it. I'm going to do it again now. They are living. Why are you going Mayweather then? I don't get it. Why if they're living, then why are we talking about Mayweather? Look into your history. See if is there somebody that in your past was called Mayweather. Woo. Wow. Hey, that's a nice card to flick up. What we got? The Wheel of Fortune came out for Julianne. For God's sake. Sit back, relax, let everybody else say how good you are. How about that? time to... Yeah, May weather. Because I was thinking, I haven't got a clue. May's weather. Oh, no. Got a bloody clue. I really don't have a clue on that one. 2. You stop, Albert. You're going to get me in trouble here counting. I've got to count. Whew, Knight of Wands, interesting. Right, so I wanted to be a boxer in 6th grade and wrote a paper on that girl shouldn't be a fighter. Yeah, right. It's just odd, isn't it? I can't even explain, Julianne, how the hell I've got Mayweather coming to my head. I really can't. Yeah. Anyway, we've got the 3 of Wands now. This 3 of Wands, and in this pack, it can be quite different. It's quite different. Usually, it's about setting up the foundations. 3 are always 3 of something. Is usually the foundations. And the Wands are actually making the decision and acting on it, doing something. Now, I believe you've made a decision. Tina's asking you a question, Albert. You've made a decision and you've acted on it, and Julianne's thinking, was that the right decision? Well, the ship is sailing. The ship here is clearly sailing. It's gone, right? Try not to... It's the right way around, which would mean, look, you made the right decision. You've done it. Stick to your guns. The ship is sailing. Don't try pulling it back. You've set the foundations almost there. You're almost there. There's something you've not quite done yet. But we do see things improving. These 2 are a bit awkward being together. There's something happening with Julianne, and it regards money. I don't know whether the decision that you put out there has something to do with money. It's something to do with making money or getting money in. Because what we've got is we've got the hoarder. We've got the 4 of Pentacles. Now, it could be hoarding anything except for the fact that I've got the Knight of Wands straight after it. And the Knight of Wands and the Pentacles, the 4 of Pentacles together would suggest it's about money. There's a fine line here, Julianne, a very, very fine line to be trod. And I'm getting goose pimples. We could go too far and we could be the hoarder. We don't want you to be the hoarder because, being the hoarder means, we're going to keep everything and we're going to hide it and we're going to make sure we don't share it with anybody. And we're going to be a bit of a recluse. And we're going to make the spirit. Albert's saying we don't want that. But on the other hand, we've got the Knight of Wands, and the Knight of Wands would be saying we do have to be prudent with it. We do have to be prudent. No, we can't give it away. We have to be prudent. And we have to think. I mean, the trees in the background, I always say the trees are thought. We have to think things. But we have to think things as we're moving. If you look at this horse, it's treading on leaves. You can see it. There's piles of leaves under its hooves. And what that's saying is we've got... Oh, God, she lives with hoarders. No. We need to keep moving, right? We do need... The situation needs to keep moving on. We need to move on. We need to keep going. Look, this is a horse coming back from the battle and keeping going. I see you perhaps moving somewhere, going somewhere different. I see things progressing and you're going somewhere, but you need to, in order to go somewhere, you need to think on your feet, right? And keep going. But on one hand, we don't want to be the hoarder, but we do want to be careful. So Albert saying we don't want to be giving it away, and we don't want to be hoarding it. And the fact that you've gone and put that you live with hoarders is just ridiculous. Beware of the hoarders. We don't want to become. We don't want to be doing that. We need to look after ourselves and move on. Hello there, Firebird. So yes, not hoarding. Moving on. Please do. Now, we're just going to confirm the decision itself, right? So we're going to do one card on each one. We've learned this from My World Tarot. I didn't used to do it until My World Tarot did it. If someone can put up My World Tarot's site, channel, then do. If anybody else wants their channel advertising, ask Anna, and I'm sure she'll try and copy it in there, or just put your put at, and then you word with a space in so that it lets you do it. So as far as the decision's concerned, I've got a feeling it was supposed to be. This was something that that Synthesized Souls was supposed to. Julianne was supposed to do. So yeah, absolutely about Julianne General. Yes, Julianne needs to get. It's the Magnificence card, the Blood Trail. This was actually in your blood. It was supposed to happen. You've made the right decision. This was. This is a Magnificence card. This is like don't pull it back. How about the thought of hoarding? Well, we got the Mourning card, the Crossing the Veil. I've got a feeling somebody who passed away, and I don't know who it is, possibly the person who said Mayweather. Perhaps they were a hoarder themselves, and they're looking at this and thinking, we don't want Julianne to be doing that, because like I was like that. I don't really want Julianne to be doing the same thing. So do try and just not be such a hoarder. I've got a feeling that whoever it is who's watching over you from the other side, one of them would have been a hoarder. One of them would have been a hoarder. They say, just don't. You've made the decision, stick by it and move on. Now about this moving on card, the Knight of Wands. We need to think on our feet. Now, quite often we have to go back to the elements and back to the basics and try and work things out. So we do need to think on our feet, Julianne, and we need to be pushing ourselves where we're going to be going and thinking, let's think this as far as the basics and then push it on. As this horse says here, keep it moving, leaves under the feet. You can't stop. You really can't, and keep on moving. Hi, yes. Julianne, my friend that lived here with her husband, she was my mother in a past life. There is definitely somebody who's crossed the veil, who is with you, definitely, because that's the central card here, and it was on top of the hoarder. It was on top of the hoarder card, so I would say they were a bit of a hoarder, a bit of a keeper. But yeah, you need to move on. You need to be. I've just got a feeling you need to be moving on somewhere. That horse is telling me go somewhere. Is she going to have any problems? Is Julianne going to have any problems moving on? Oh, that's interesting. It says it's not. She says this person said on the other side, it's not only about hoarding physical things, Julianne. It's about spiritual hoarding. You know, holding on to spiritual things, holding on to some of the spiritual beliefs and ideas. Sometimes you can hoard a little bit too much and just stick to your guns a bit strongly. Sometimes we have to be a little bit less of a hoarder in our own heads sometimes, and clear the Albert says clear the crap out. Are you saying there's crap in Julianne's head? No, I wouldn't dare. But yeah, holding on to energy and emotions. Yes, that's probably a good way of putting it, Firebird. I've just got off it. The spirit there said something about it's not just physical. It is physical, but it's also about your own head. You know, let's not be a hoarder. I mean, that's probably a good way of putting it. What Firebird's put there. Try not to hoard energy. Try not to hold back your emotion. Sometimes, just give it out and just purge old emotions. You're being a hoarder. And what she said, and I don't know who it is, I can't say whether it is that person or not, is that it's not just physical. You're going to be thinking about hoarding things as you're thinking of moving. And I think you are moving on somewhere. But it's not just physical, she says. In order to move on, she needs to lose where she's been, or a little bit of it, because she's just holding on to the past, holding on to that old bad energy. And I think something's happened to Julianne that she keeps holding on to. Whether it's grief, I don't know, but it's something, and it's still rattling around in the back. And they're saying, yeah, just let go of some of it, because it's holding you back. Really is holding you back. And whether you know it or not, occasionally when you go to bed, you think it starts just nagging at you, and you think, why can't I just forget about that? So do think about that. We got Sasha. Next. Sasha and then Teresa. So Sasha and Teresa want to give us their. I'm just going to scroll up to Sasha, and we'll see. Where's Sasha? Crikey, has Sasha gone? Is she? Oh, there we are. Pretty card. Channel activity. Here we go. Doing well. Ooh, good morning. I wear headphones. Oh, hang on. Oh, Pretty Card was the last time she was in. Oh, there she is. What does Jack think of my Reiki healing? Oh God, Roger. I don't know whether you know that song. You know, there's a song, isn't there? Breaky, breaky heart, achy, breaky heart. Why does he think achy, breaky heart? I am here. Yes. Achy, breaky heart. I can't even sing it. I know it's a song. So Barry says achy, breaky heart. A little bit. Sasha, it's almost like, I don't quite believe this. Perhaps even a point, perhaps even a little bit of, I'd perhaps rather she didn't. But it's more achy breaky. It's more sort of, I'd rather not, but hey, it's not going to make much difference. We did get, if everybody saw, we did get the site, the channel name, didn't we, earlier? Julianne's is at Intuitive Insights Tarot. There we are. So if anybody wants to go and subscribe to Julianne, it's Intuitive Insights Tarot. I know that's supposed to have 2 S's in it. Intuitive Insights Tarot. Yeah. Go for it. Woo! Blimey. That one came out, didn't it? Oh, Prince of Swords. Now, this is interesting, this one, Sasha, because you're asking about how does he feel about your Reiki. And what I was saying matches the card that flew out. This is a Chariot of the brain, right? This is a brain card. This is a what do I think? Yeah, the swords, brain. Yeah, this is all. Oh, thank you very much, Tina. This is all about the way he's thinking. Look, he's being led. This chariot is being led by these 3 souls at the bottom. So he's thinking, okay, this is going to take some thinking. This person isn't, I don't think, from what I'm doing here, I don't think this person actually understands it. But they're willing to think about it. And the reason why I think they're willing to think about it, Sasha, is because that card is a very, very good one. If you're wanting somebody who, trusts your odd foibles and the way you do things because it's totally different. That card says that he's actually, although he doesn't quite understand it, it means he's willing to go on the journey. It's a chariot of the brain. He's willing to go on this mental journey and try and understand, at least understand. So yes, he is hesitant. Yes. And I got that from the Achy Breaky Heart song. But I think that what we're getting is that we're trying to think about, whichever song it was I sang before. And it's very much about the Chariot is a really good card. If it is something that he's not quite understanding, he wants to understand it. He does seem to want to understand it, which is actually really, really good. And then we've got Teresa, if Teresa's in. Oh, wow. What a card to have. You've got the Wheel of Fortune. How about that? Now, this Wheel of Fortune is all about the stars. It's all about people coming round. I'll get that one. That one's next then, Teresa. It's all about things turning, coming round. It's about spiritual awakening. It's about ideas turning. And that's brilliant for the question, because yes, he wants to be turned. He wants things to go round in his head and start working out which way is right and which one do I believe. We got the Two of Wands. Yeah, we got the Dominion card. A brilliant card to have for your question, Sasha, because hesitant possibly, but this person is thinking about, I want to learn the Chariot card. Things will start to turn in his head, and he'll start thinking, I have 2 choices here. Do I believe it or do I not believe it? We get the 10 of Wands, which is oppression. And it's really, it's something unfamiliar. The Wands is trying to make a decision and do something. It's actions. It's thinking of what actions he should take. Now it's a 10 card. It's a final card. Yes, it's upside down. I do read Wands upside down, and the 10 of Wands upside down is like he's almost on the fence here, thinking, which way do I go? I'm sort of on the fence, But things have turned. Things have certainly turned with a Wheel of Fortune, if I can get the card up. And I think he's more likely to say, I can go with this than he is not. That's a good question, Flossie. Really is a good question. And I'll tell you when I'll tell you when we get to yours why I think what I think. So let's just go through with this, and we'll just ask Sasha's question. We're going to have confirmation now from the spirit world. So the Wheel of Fortune we'll do first, then we'll do what this decision is going forward, and then we'll ask what the this little bit of a sticky outcome. What is the outcome? The 10 of Wands. So as far as the Fortune card, yes, acceptance, deep being, self-love and acceptance. He's going to be able to accept what you do. Absolutely, he will accept what you do, right? I have no doubt about that. Right, okay, so the Dominion card, the choice comes along. And of course, he's thinking, do I believe it? Do I want to accept it? The one thing that's going to push him which way he wants to go here is you. It's basically the broken branch, the heartache card. You know, he knows full well he's got to accept that that's who you are. And that's going to be the thing that guides him on which way he goes. So if anything, you know, what you need to do is just, hey, you don't really want to not accept this just because you don't believe it. So Teresa's pretending to work. I don't know about that. So so what do we get with the oppression card? Well, we're going to make a decision. We're going to make a decision. Have we got the under? We're bewitched under the spell. We're under your spell. I think that we need to be. It's an interesting set of cards. I think that yes, he will accept. Yes, things are turning. Yes, he wants to. Yes, he wants to learn. Yes, he will learn. Yes, the Wheel of Fortune says he will get the idea. Then he's going to be thinking, do I accept the idea? Do I accept that this is a good way of working going forward? Which is that's just making the decision. Actually choosing the decision and choosing the outcome is more about you and him rather than the actual Reiki. I think the Reiki then becomes part of the past and becomes he understands that. I think that becomes so the actual decision is not about Reiki. The end result is about you and him. It's about, you know, does he accept you, not the Reiki? I think that Reiki becomes something he understands or accepts. I believe he understands it, and I think he not only accepts it, but he understands it. So, yeah, quite quite an interesting one there. I'll tell you what, we'll make Nancy the last one. We've got Anna and Nancy. We'll make Anna and Nancy the last one. So the list is closed. Sasha, Teresa. Now, Teresa's was an interesting one, wasn't it? Teresa's was up here. Will I marry Jonathan in the future? Crikey. Albert, I'll banish you. How long's a piece of string? I'm on it, John. Yeah, I'll put you on it. You weren't on it now. Firebird, you're sort of here. Oh God, right. We're gonna have to go. But right, Teresa. Will I marry Jonathan? I'll go with what Barry said, which is she is now, which is how long is a piece of string? Will she marry Jonathan in the future? Yeah, love question. Love is in the air, the sight and sound. John Stewart video. Oh, don't start going back. I take it you're talking about my singing. I got on stage. Look at my microphone. I'm that frightened. I'm shaking like this. Watch the microphone. Play it back and have a look at the microphone shake. Tina, are you wife material? I don't know. Is Teresa wife material? Karaoke. Yeah, it's sort of karaoke. Only on stage in front of about 300 people. Ah, dear. Intuitive Tarot was in there as well. Yeah, Intuitive Tarot was in. Yeah. Oh, hang on. Intuitive. Just checking if I could get my question I posted. Hang on. Intuitive Insights Tarot. I thought that was Julianne. Or did Julianne just say hello to Intuitive Insights? Oh, I don't know. I've lost that now. She must have said hello to Intuitive. Yeah, I'm going to have to see how far I get down, Intuitive. I really am. I tried closing it down. I've failed dismally. So we've got Jonathan with Teresa. Oh, I thought the other way around there. The interesting card, it's a difficult card, this one. A lot of people can't read this. And it's the church. Well, in this one, it's the church card. Look, it's the Hierophant. But in this, you've got this church window behind. So this is usually when we're talking about love. And we're talking, when the question is about love, that is the church card. That is a good sign. What we do see is it's very look, this doesn't happen overnight. It certainly doesn't happen overnight. If you're asking whether it's going to happen this year, next week, next month, it certainly won't be this week, next month. It is something that like the Nine of Pentacles does. The Nine of Pentacles is all about things accumulating. Yeah, you accumulate it over time. That's why those pentacles are, gathered up the side of the card. It's something that we accumulate over time. Will this work? No, so yeah, not for years. Oh, absolutely not for years. Well, certainly not in the short term. I'm not going to say how many. Yeah, it may be months, it may be years. I don't know. It is fraught with difficulties. I mean, the Ace of Wands is upside down. So the actions that come out of this we have to be really, really careful what we do and what we say. Things can go wrong. Oh God, what's that? Thunderbirds. Anything can go wrong in the next half hour and possibly will. Yeah, Thunderbirds. Wow. So Albert gives me a Thunderbird. So anything can go wrong in the next half hour and possibly will. Anyway, Thunderbirds aside, just be very careful and think about what your actions are, because Albert says actions speak louder than words. Don't do anything silly, and I speak my mind. Oh dear. You learn to shut up. Yes, that, I take it, is what he was referring to. Anything could go wrong in the next half hour. She'll probably open her mouth and say something. I just got that feeling from Albert saying, yeah, you've got to be careful. Just don't say something, or it seemed to be pointing to doing something, though. Less saying and more doing something, like getting angry and just doing something. And yeah, that's the Irish in me. So do be careful of what you do. Don't have a redhead moment. Throw the glass across the room at him. Ooh, you're under a spell. Now, the church card came out with you're under a spell. So, are you bewitched by this person? Is he bewitched by you? I like to drink. Well, that's why the glass is it. It's over time. I need to know what the next card is. We've still got those two together. That's strange. We shuffled them as well. Right, so it's showing me the bird. It's showing me it's a broken branch, which is usually heartache. But it's showing me the bird in the corner there. The blackbird is one because it goes with the this will take time. You know, right? I've got a feeling something bad happens and it sort of brings you together. Don't know why. I haven't got a clue. But Albert quite often starts putting something in. It's a time stamp. Look out for something that something negative that happens, not necessarily to you and not necessarily to him, but in your group of people or people you know. And that seems to draw you both to go, oh God, they put a spell on me. Lol. We're twin flames, so it's a journey. And you're brought together by something that happens, and it does bring you together, and that's the point where Albert says, if it's going to work, it's going to work then. And do remember, like we said before, we've got the distraction card, the moth. Concentrate on what you're doing. You know, let's not have any distractions. We don't want distractions. You need to be making sure your attention is in one place. Albert says you can look a bit dippy sometimes. You know, when you start looking at something and you'll make your mind up, and then all of a sudden, you know, you've been distracted and you're looking at something else, and it's just not you. Or it's not him anyway, so he won't like it. So I don't go on Tinder. I don't. I tried it once. It was awful. You're going to be brought together whether you use it or not. You can use it and see if it works. Personally, I don't use it. I think it's all about this. Something's going to happen that's going to bring you together, whether you like it or not. Tinder or not, you are on a journey. It will happen if it's meant to happen. And I've got a feeling it will get close, and it may. But look, I've got the church card. It should happen, but there's something about you just doing something and throwing it off. Just try not to have a red-headed moment or a red-headed Irish temper moment and throw the glass across the room. And I'm glad Albert likes that one. Synthesize. We've got to synthesize. I'm happy we've got to synthesize. Yes, yeah. Yeah. The flame journey sometimes is about closure. I've got to stop drinking rum. I got to start drinking rum. I stopped. Anyway, I was going to find, let's find Synthesize Souls question. It should be in here. Yes, hang on. Yes, I'm here. Twin flare. Oh, yeah, Nicola. I agree with John, but I was told not to. I was told not. She's not like so. This. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that's all the way down there. No, if you can give me a question, then synthesize soul. Question: am I getting a job offer in my industry or my music project? Look, you know what but Albert was doing there, don't you? You do know what he was doing. You're going to get me into trouble, Albert. You really are. Get me in trouble. Yes, he was making me play the drums. Yes, he's talking about the music project, not the bloody... No. You'll be my backup singer. Well, Albert was just making me play the drums for you. So, I mean, I'm taking it. It means the music. Oh, was it? Oh, pop music. Everybody talk about pop music. Oh, God. You've got Albert singing. I can't believe it. Synthesize Soul has got Albert singing. There we are. Pop music. Everybody talk about pop music. Ooh. Oh, God. Go, Albert, go. Yeah, exactly. It's a good fun, isn't it? Woo! Ha! It didn't drop, Albert. Better luck next time. What, you want me to shuffle it again? There we are. You're not going to get one. One's not going to fall. You're not going to make one fall. Yeah. Woo. Okay, bugger off. Oh, God. Right. Okay, Albert, you win. A good a good couple, aren't they? Money, money, money. Oh, it's not funny. You might find. See, I've got the Emperor card, right? I've got Synthesize Soul. Yeah, very, very masculine. Be a little bit forceful. Use that forcefulness side of you. And yeah, we've got the man here, Ten of Pentacles, making sure he doesn't just earn money. He does really well with it. But it's like, this isn't earning. This isn't a job. The 10 is usually somebody who just manages to do. The 9 is about making money, accumulating it, probably through a job. The 10 is more about having it, just being able to get it, given it, gifted it, obtaining it. And this is the difference between your question. Your question specifically asks, is it the music project, a 10, or is it a somewhere where you work that you're qualified to work in, which to me would be a 9. I watched The Beach live replay. Oh, yes. Yeah. Yes, interesting, wasn't it? The next one, Flossie. Flossie asked us a question if she's still in. So we're gonna do Flossie's, and we're gonna answer the other question that she put out. Unless I win the lotto or soulmate, or that soulmate of mine is rich, there's no 10 of Pentacles. But you see, it comes through from the music project. It goes better than you think. Right, we're going to be different here. yeah, keep your ideas to yourself, right? Synthesize self. As long as you keep, your ideas to yourself, right? And this points to the music side. Points to the music side. You've got to keep your ideas to yourself. There is somebody ready to steal your ideas if you were so stupid as to go and say, "Oh, look what I've produced." No, always keep your ideas to yourself. That way, the Prince of Swords is not going to get an eye in. I see something happening, and you're going to be making decisions here. The Ace of Wands, the start of an undertaking. As far as that music project's concerned, it is an undertaking. It's not a job, so it's not the first option you gave me. It's the music project that's going to be taking off. Not sure how to take this one. I've got the Doctor card. I've got the Doctor card. I'm going to wait until I've got the other cards on top. Why have you got a Doctor card in there? It is a nice place in Devon, Nicola. It is. The way she said mummy. Yeah. The way that the girl we tried to, Elizabeth, said mummy. And we got an answer back from the mum, I think, as well, at some point, which would suggest she did cross over. Although we didn't get the same hints as last time. We're just going to do this, Albert. We're going to do the cards on it. I want you to tell me more about the Four of Pentacles, the Doctor's card. So as far as this person that we don't really... as far as we're thinking, right, we got this person, didn't we, Synthesized Soul? The person that we're trying to just don't let him know anything, right? Keep your ideas to yourself. And I asked the spirit world just to confirm this. I mean, look, I said praying. We've got the praying eyes card. Someone is keeping their eyes on you. Look, the person behind the tree. I tell you what, Synthesized Soul, whatever it is you're doing, somebody has their eyes on you. Just make sure, that one again. Just make sure that you are actually, keeping your ideas to yourself. Ace of Wands, things are going to really, really start to open up. Don't take distractions, right? Really don't take distractions in this one, mate. You really do have to concentrate, and you're going to have to really be very, very determined to and keep it in there. And this health card, right? The doctor's card, and I'm not getting any. It's about your head. About your head. I'm feeling really, really lightheaded. And don't work too hard. It's almost like you don't look. This is a secret trail. We've got the card I get with that one is secret trail, ascension. You know, getting yourself onto another level. But in order to get yourself onto another level, sometimes I think Synthesized Soul concentrates too much. Look, sometimes you have to relax. I don't want to see you in the doctors, right? Because you've been over concentrating, overthinking things. Sometimes, like the Ascension card there, which I think is rather a pretty one, you have to gently take yourself on this journey, and you will get there, and you will get there. You just need to I've been told about copycats and people watching you. Yeah, there are people watching you. You got it on both cards laid on top of each other. So, you really are. I've got people watching you, but don't try working too hard. And it is the music one. It's not that there's no work one in there at all. It's all music. So we then go on to Flossie. I'm sorry. If anybody is thinking of leaving, then please do shout, because we've got so many people on here yet. And God knows how long we've been on. So we've got Flossie. Now, I thought Flossie had Flossie and then Mary. So if Mary's getting ready, Flossie would like to know about, sorry, I got a bit itchy nose again. Would like to know about the period between 6th and 10th of July. Ooh, crikey. I feel like I need some luck on my side for them. Oh, crikey. Oh, he's not very, my guy's, Albert's not very good on time scales. It goes 4 weeks. So we are talking, we're talking right at the end of the 4 weeks then, Albert, right? Right at the 4 weeks, beginning of July. She needs a bit of luck. Will she get it? What, this one? I'll use these if you want, Albert. He showed me, the old top hat trick, pulling a rabbit out of the hat. I would say that's pretty lucky, wouldn't you? I'm sure everybody else is thinking, you're welcome, Synthesizer. Oh, really? Oh, my God. Help, 1.5 hours. We've really got to look. And everybody stayed. Everybody stayed. Thank you very, very much for staying. Hey, what can I say? We're on Flossie. Then we've got Wolfie. So if Wolfie's ready, just tell me that you're in the background. And then Mary Greenlaw. So we've got Flossie. Yes, I do believe the child crossed over because we got her shouting for a mum. And it was almost like she'd seen a mum coming through the portal and saying, come with me. And then I felt shivery and my goose pimples, and I'm thinking, what the hell's happening? Hey, Flossie, what's happening? What's happening on the 4th in July? Wow. Don't tell me. Don't tell me at all. Wow. The 6 of Wands, which is a victory card, right? So we've got a victory card here. And I tell you what, 6 of Wands isn't usually a victory card, but in this pack, you can see it does say victory. It is a victory card. And this is why I say I don't know what's happening with Flossie, but we've got the Tower card. Now, the Tower card is basically like, oh, yeah, what's that song? Like a bolt from the blue. Anyway, it was singing a song, basically a bolt from the blue. And it's all like this happens like within, I mean, you're saying like 3 or 4 days. This is like an hour of madness that just seems to like descend. And Flossie suddenly has like, where did that come from? Shit, I wasn't expecting that. And I tell you what, the 3rd card is the wealth card. I promise you, there we are. There's, can it focus on it? I don't think it's focusing on it. Yeah, we are wealth. So you get the wealth card. This is a culmination. Being told I couldn't complete a course in 6 months, but I had to do it anyway. Hey, you want a victory card? You want a sudden, I mean, I tell you what, if you think you've not done it, right? You think you've not done it, but this is a bolt from the blue. This is a sudden shock of, oh my God, we did it. And the wealth card, I mean, that would mean mental wealth, wouldn't it? But absolutely. We will do the other cards. We will ask Spirit for a little bit of guidance on that and a little bit of anything extra they want to add to it. And then we will go to Wolf. We may get to one or two now that have gone. I hope they haven't, but Wolf hasn't been seen for a while. And then it's Mary Greenlaw, and she's not been in for ages, and you know, she just got beat by so many people. But hopefully, Mary is in, and Wolf is in. So if anybody can try and find Wolf and Mary Greenlaw, while we just do this and complete this one for Flossie. And at my last reading, asked, and if I would have said, and you said yes, and I passed with distinction. I think on this one, you think you've failed. You think you've failed, or you think you've not done as well as you have. And it's suddenly like, oh shit, I've done it. Let's see what, look, yeah, it's victory, but your vibrations are really low. You've got really low hopes on this one. Something happens to give you low hopes, and it lies on top of the victory card. It's like, I just don't believe it. This is like a spell, isn't it? Because the Tower card has bewitched. It's like under a spell. It's the feeling of being bewitched. You know, like it suddenly happened when you've done it, and it's like, how? I just get the feeling it's like, oh, look at those roses. I know those roses. They're evil. Look at the hand behind, all blood cut up with the thorns. The wealth card, look, everything look, this is the point where your life transforms. This is the point where your life transforms. Forget anything else. This is the point where Flossie's life transforms. Absolutely. So this is different from the last one, Flossie. I don't think that you're going to sail this through and believe in yourself and go straight through and knock this out with distinction. I think you're going to be a bit worried. I think you're going to be a little bit concerned that you've bitten off more than you can chew. But when it comes to the victory card and you actually think, and the Tower, you sort of could look at this thing, shit, how have I done it? I've done it. You know, it's like, it's almost like this bewitched feeling of, how did that happen? You know, and the mind, this is where you transform. The wealth card, the 10 of discs, as it would be in other cards decks. And hey, what can we say? Absolutely. I don't see a distinction. I see you thinking you've not done it, but I see you doing it. Oh, head's going all tingly. Right. Now, we do have to try and ask for Wolfie. Now, if Wolfie and Mary Greenlaw are in, then please do come along. I don't think... you got one. Angie, you got... Oh, yes, you didn't, because you were reading for Hershey, weren't you? Yeah, I called your name out, then I realized you were on Hershey's. So yeah, because you are actually at the top, because you came in first before I did. So yeah, we're going to go with, I think Wolfie's gone. Yeah, the list keeper. I think Mary Greenlaw's gone. I'm really sad about Mary Greenlaw, because Mary Greenlaw, she's only been on a couple of times. Let's see if we can get a question. Oh God, where's my thing gone? Right, I'm going to go to the top. I'm going to try and find Mary Greenlaw. She's under Wolf. There's Revered Wolf. Mary Greenlaw. Let's see if I can find a question from Mary's. Or like a card. Yeah, just said I would like a card, sort of general, I suppose. Let's just look. If Mary Greenlaw does come in, she wanted a general one. So I mean, we'll give her. I'm just going to give her 3 quick cards, and then we're going to go to Anna, Firebird, Nancy, Angie, and then I think we've missed one. I think there's one in one of you that we've missed. I know there's one I've missed, and I can't. And I do apologise. I'm keeping my own list here, and it's not easy. So we're just going to do 3 for this Mary Greenlaw, because I feel really bad. She only pops in occasionally, and she's a bit like me. She doesn't want to be waiting an hour and a half, like disappear. Not everybody's got an hour and a half to wait around doing listening to my droning voice, and I don't blame them. At least we found a way of stopping Lamb Chop for a while anyway. He'll find a way around it. She's been fighting. So she's been fighting against anything. Mary's been fighting against something. She's found it a little bit difficult. And I like your voice. Thank you very much. So, but yeah, she's been fighting against this. She's been finding it quite tough. And I do seem to think it's does somebody feel pity for Mary? Somebody feels pitiful for them. Oh, I do feel sorry for her. It's a male. It's a male who feels a bit sorry for her. He's been watching this, and she's been sort of like, finding it a bit tough. What she needs to do, she's listening to this on replay. Just think about it, Mary, because this guy can actually help you. Because he has been watching, he has been trying to help. Page of Swords, look, yeah, we do. He's going to help with the decision making. Like the Swords is obviously an action card, a decision card, and is there to protect you against some of these people who are trying to attack you. Look, there's plenty of people trying to bring Mary down at the minute. I'm not surprised she came on. But there's a bloke there who's feeling really sympathetic, and she needs to. Angie, no green onion here. What? So do try and use the people who are around you that are trying to look at you, Mary, and think, I can help her if she's willing to receive the help. So we did Mary. Wolfie has gone. Anna. We can do Anna, Firebird, Nancy. Now we've got Anna, Firebird, Nancy, and Angie. If the other person is in who I've missed, if you can put your name down. And you did ask whether you were on the list, and I thought, it was the one that we put it was the one we put it was the long one, wasn't it? It was the one with the long name. Think. Intuitive, that's it. Intuitive Sights Tarot. So if Intuitive Sights Tarot's in, yeah, then just give us a quick thumbs up. Anna. Yes, Anna, I'm here. Tarot. What question would you like? No, you didn't, Nancy. No, you didn't. We've got Anna, Firebird, Nancy, and Angie. Yes, you are. Do stay on. Minutes away. About 20 minutes. Do I try to reach out to my dad? Which cards are we going with, Albert? That's people. I don't want people. I want actions. I want this one because it's actions. Hershey says I need to just don't know when. Well, I'll try and forget that I read that. Was my reading done? No, not yet. No, not yet, Nancy. About 20 minutes, 15 minutes. Yeah, 15 minutes ish. Anna, look, stop trying to make Anna's cards go everywhere. Albert, stop it. I'm stonewalling. She's stonewalling, Albert. Oh God, that's a bit heavy, Albert. There's a saying in this about the fear of something. The fear of failing is the fear of fear itself, or something. If anybody can remember what the exact words are, that's what Albert's just said. Fear of failing, the fear of fear itself. Anyway, so should she, as long as you're the one in control, right? You have to be the one in control. Fear is the word. So should she Queen of Swords. So the answer is yes, right? The answer is yes. There we are. You are, and I've done this one before. There you are with your sword there, and it's dripping with blood because you've just chopped his head off. There we are. There's you are sitting in the clouds, quite righteous, with your dad's head in your hand, right? Headless, yeah. And there's the sword that you've just chopped his head off with. So very, very well done. Of course, anybody listening, I do not warrant any violence whatsoever, and I do not agree with violence. And this is just for fun. Oh God, look, it's a little bit about the futility of it all. Like I get the feeling that, and I know from what Anna said, it's a little bit. You almost feel like this could be just futile. This could be just futile, and it could just end up in the most really ridiculous way. But we do need to go somewhere and look. Do you need to do something? Well, yeah, 10 of Wands. Now the 10 of Wands here is oppression. So we're trying to we need to make sure that we are the oppressor. We are trying to put our point forward, and we're trying to make sure it's put in the right way. The 10 of Wands is also a travel card. It's also about going somewhere, doing something in a different town or a different place, somewhere where you have to actually go and do it. So yes, go and cut his head off with your sword. Keep it in your hands. You have to be in control here, right? There's no oh, that's the moving card. Right, I've been thinking of moving. We have actually got the moving card. Futile, I'm off. But I do see that you are having to talk to him. Absolutely. Don't think it's futile. Don't think it's futile. Because that's what seems to be the problem with you, Anna, is that it's cutting the head off the snake. Yeah. Stop thinking it's futile. It isn't futile. You can actually do something here. You can actually get something from it. Albert and added the So before you go, make sure you're fully nourished. Make sure your spiritual energy is as full as possible. Bring all your spirit guides with you. You're going on. Don't think that you're going individually. You're going on mass because they're going to be there. Because you're going to make sure your spiritual energy is absolutely full. And this is the thing, you see, we said about it being futile. You think it's going to be futile. No, because you've got your inner circle, you've got your vibrations encompassing, look, that circle around. It's not just people in this realm, it's the people in the other realm as well. So you've got to go there thinking, I'm not on my own. I've got all my guides and all the spirit world are with me. You know, it's 15, 20 of us. It's one of him. So don't think it's absolutely, and don't let don't let any oppression start building up on you. You're going to manifest this. This is the manifestation card. Yeah. As above, so below. Manifestation. Manifest this before you go. Make sure that you know you're going to go. You know what you're going to say. You know that he's going to agree with you because you've said it all before. The spirit world have helped you. So yes. From the layout of those cards, I don't think it's going to. I think it needs to be sooner rather than later, and I would suggest it's within Albert's 4 weeks. I think you need to do it within the next 4 weeks. And don't feel that you're being pushed because you've got the spirit world behind you. So you're not on your own. The spirits are with you. La 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 la. Da, 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 da. Opus 100. What do you think about life? La 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 la. It's Opus 100, the song Life. That's where he's singing. And I can't think what the words are. You'll have to look up the words, Anna. Firebird, then Nancy. Firebird first. Firebird, spiritual engine. Ooh. Exactly. It's all about the spiritual engine with an Anna, definitely. What I need to know or insight, oh my God, about me applying for promotion, my team. And then Nancy, if you can put your question on. This is the time for Nancy to put her question on. La 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 la. And then Angie. So Firebird's promotion question. And they've got Nancy's there. And then it's Angie's. Oh, King of Wands. King of Wands. What are we on about? So I've got the King of Wands here. King of Wands, it upside down as well. And it's really, there is a danger here because, with this particular question, I would be wanting that way up, which is business success. This is a great card to have. But there's a danger that this could be overturned. And it has something to do with a male. The overriding card here is that the spirits are on your side. So we have the spiritual card, the world card in this one, and that's basically consistency, health, and success. This is success. We do see success, but what shape is success? So it sure as hell doesn't feel easy, because that card, that card's saying it's in danger of going awry. And then the third card is the star card upside down. Now, the star card upside down is certainly there's more crabs on that path than what you think. So you do have to watch out for what's around you, I think, because there's a lot of other things trying to stop you. But I keep coming back to that middle card, which is the world card, which is a success card. So we've got success, but it's hampered by these two on either side, which is it's really going to be interesting to see what Albert puts in here before we go to Nancy's read. Whoa, blimey. We got the seeing a bigger picture, right? So try and see the bigger picture. When you're going for this, if you've not gone for it already, try and look at this from a bigger picture, from above, and try and go at this. Try and go for this promotion, thinking a little bit more from an eagle's point of view, looking down on everything, not just that one function, not just that one job. Try and make it into something more of a, this is corporate rather than just like my little team, because you need to look at this and where it fits everywhere, rather than something that Firebird, I think you're tending to do is just look at the job, what you're going to be doing, exactly what you need, and bang, 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 you're listing it and you're going through those bits. Where does it fit in the big picture? Because I think you really do need to know where it fits in the big picture. Now, as far as this person is concerned, the King of Wands, where we get a little bit, look, business success, but we've got a little bit of danger here. We need to find a way of transforming ourselves, changing ourselves. So when this person or people start to try and hamper you, yes, it's certain people trying to hamper you, you need the ability to be able to transform yourself completely different. Look, the person they're attacking isn't you. We've transformed, we've changed. Yeah, that's how we try and do it. Now, the world card, the spirits there trying to help you. Feeding the crows. I'll tell you what, there's only two cards in this pack that are actually the same. Feeding the crows, transformation. Look, it's all about transformation. You've got both bloody transformation cards. One is transformation as in making yourself different. This is about transformation as being different, actually acting different, and being somebody who you've been hiding inside. And that's how you're going to get this one. What is it that you really need to watch out for, though? Yes, you should stand out, shine, be somebody. Look, your inner self, and look at it from a top down. Look at it as if you're an eagle, not just looking at the job you're going for, but where it fits in the corporate side of things. So you're not just doing this for this section. I'll be helping, this person do that person, that part of the business do that, and I know where. Not just what I'm doing, but who it affects. Secrets, take to the grave. Yeah, the star card. The what it is they're going to try and throw at you. These people who are trying to scupper it. They've got secrets. They think they've got secrets on you. So do be careful about what they're going to try and throw at you, these people who are trying to scupper it. Just beware. It's it's all stuff about the past, So perhaps it past needs to be kept in the past, please. I don't want to be discussing that here. The past is the past. We're looking at the future, aren't we? We want people who look at the future, don't we? We don't want people who look at the past. Well, they're attacking you looking at the past. They've just scuppered it themselves. So, yeah, that may be the way you do it. People are attacking you, bringing shit up from the past. The people looking for this job aren't looking for people who are digging up the past. They want future people. Look at the future. Look top down. You'll do it. Nancy, we did get Nancy's question. I can imagine when she's been sat in the background, and then when she came back, it's like, has anybody actually? Dear. I think I'm taking care of a client as a caregiver. Can you please see if she will be here with me for 1.5 years? I'm taking care of a client as a caregiver. It's a difficult one to ask, that one, isn't it? My guy, the spirit world try not to give bad news, and I always work with the gypsy rule, right? So any bad news I don't give out unless you're really prepared to take it, because then it comes back on me tenfold. So I do have to ask, Nancy, do you want to know any bad news? Do have to ask that. So wait for Nancy, and then it's the one with the long name. The tarot reader one. But I think she's gone. And then we'll just throw it out to people. So, Nancy, are you willing to accept any bad news? I've been working on the railroad. Oh, that's a good song to get. So Nancy, what Albert's saying there is, I've been working on the railroad. Now, the railroad goes on for a long while, doesn't it? We're talking about an American railroad, where they used to make the taking care of a client as working. So as long as you're wanting bad news, we can do that. But railroad, I've been working on the railroad all life long. And it does seem like we're talking a distance. We're talking a railroad. Ignore the last part of the question. Hey, what? In that case, it's yes, I'm taking a client as a caregiver. So how's this role going to turn out for Nancy? She obviously wants a nice long like caregivers. Really, they can be one week, one place, one minute, and then the next minute they're somewhere else. When Lorraine passed, my wife, the caregiver there, like straight on something else to a different. Onto a different, caring for a different person. Prince of Wands. Now, Prince of Wands is prudent. It's we do have the strength here. Like I tell you what, Nancy has the strength and courage to be able to do that. Certainly, it is something that Nancy will find. She has the strength. Look, you do need some strength with this client. And I think it's more mental strength than physical strength. So, Nancy, you're going to have to be prepared to use some of your mental strength, because that card that flew out suggests you're going to need a fair bit of mental strength on your shield. So, do be watching for that mental strength. If anybody can find it's up here somewhere. Intuitive Insights Tarot. Then if Intuitive Insights Tarot is here, then yeah. Ooh. That's an interesting one that flew out there. It's the Eight of Swords. Now, the Eight of Swords, it's almost like somebody are things as bad as what people think? I think this could actually quite last a little bit longer. You're next, Angie. So this actually, you might actually find this one lasting a lot longer than you think, because I think you may find that the care. Oh, crikey! Look at that. We've got the Ace of Wands on the bottom. I just wonder if this person is going to suddenly have this I don't know. I mean, if they're terminally ill, I would be thinking they're going to last a hell of a lot longer than what you think. In fact, you're thinking, will it last 1.5 years? I've been working on the railroad songs. Nancy would say that it's going to bloody last a lot longer than you expect. You do need a lot of strength. You will need a lot of strength. There is a bit of strength, a little bit of courage in there. But I do see something happening with regards the person's health. And it's a good thing. This is like almost like didn't expect that. And I've shuffled it and I've cut it and I get the Eight of Swords first. I mean, there is a way out of this. There's something here. They're like, all this pain and annoyance and walking around in the swords because we don't see where we're going. Actually, there's a great path here. There really is a great path. Whether it's your path or whether it's the health path of the person you're caring for, I'm not sure. We can have a quick look in a minute, but somebody's path is going to change. That might be yours, Nancy, or it might be the carer, the person you're giving care to. They can. One of you can just take off the blindfold and go and do whatever you want. Now, the Five of Swords upside down is it's that feeling of sorrow and feeling sorry for yourself, and but it's next to this card, which is saying take off the blindfold and everything's fine. So, intuitives here. So yeah, very much about there's no need to feel. I think the one thing that I would be doing, Nancy, is thinking, that feeling of hopelessness. Perhaps it isn't all hopeless, and perhaps there's more to life than what this person thinks. Or I can't see it being you finding it hopeless. I think that this is the client. Because we're looking at how long it's going to last and whether you're going to get a good, enjoyable job from it. Yes, you are. But I think there's something going to happen. And it's good. Queen of Pentacles, but they have to stop feeling sorry for themselves. I think this person feels sorry for themselves. Queen of Pentacles. Everything running smoothly. You see, we've got the money coming out of this of this flower, and it's like as it blooms, as it gets older and older and blooms, yeah, all it's doing it's just making you realize the value of money, and actually, I think you're going to find it quite good. This, I think you're going to be looking. It's almost like from your side of things, this opens your eyes and makes you stronger, and you can actually you start thinking about the bigger pictures, and you start thinking about I can do better than this. I can actually do things from this. And from the person's side, I just want confirmation from the spirit here for the first two cards, because I think the first two cards are more about the client than you. And then we'll go for the third card, which is about Nancy. Woo. Now let's have a look at this. I'll do a quick flick of 3 cuts. 1, 2, 3. So this person, this client, walks around in the swords. Is a bit of a no hope of this. Yes, I can take it. Yes. So yeah, you need to be able to. I don't know if anybody's a bit behind, because that response came a bit behind, didn't it? Sacred vows, commitment. This person is just lacks commitment. The client lacks commitment. If you can get this client to actually commit to doing something, I've got a feeling that no hope, that hopelessness thing is just out the window. And as far as the depression and feeling really, sorry for myself and absolutely, I just can't do this, and I don't. If you want this to work, Nancy, you've got to be the midnight moth. You've got to provide the distraction. You've got to be able to get this client to stop thinking in that way, but not by regular, the psychological stuff, just by distracting them. What Albert's saying is, Nancy, just distract them. Give them something to think about. While they're not thinking about it, they're not feeling sorry for themselves. For this client, that seems to work. And I like I say, I'm not a health person, so I don't know where you've got to officially you've got to take it with two shakes of the salt, haven't you? Queen of Pentacles, then the last one, this is about you. You need to move on. You need to go somewhere and do something. And I got a feeling you need to improve yourself and better yourself. And the reason why I've got the 29 card, the broken branch here, the heartache card, I feel that Nan's look, it's the same with 99% of all care workers. They see everybody passing away, and I mean, my wife passed away from a brain tumor. The carer was here, at least once a day, and sometimes she'd take her to the beach, and she took her to the beach to watch me do a half marathon. They get to know these people, and then they pass away, and I think the heartache here really does do a little bit. Whether Nancy really wants to admit it, I don't know, but it really does hit home with Nancy. And she sort of thinks, perhaps, just perhaps, we need to be, moving on. And I drew an extra one because Albert says, draw an extra one for her. And basically, this card deck, although it's an oracle deck, does have a wheel of fortune. It's the honoring the cycle. So when we start feeling down and we're thinking, I'm pissed off with all these people passing away in front of me. Is it the time to hit the wheel of fortune? Is it time to turn everything around? Because 2 years, look, if you wanted to be in this particular, I feel that my guide started singing oh God, he's singing Yellow Brick Road now. It keeps mentioning, he sang a song about railroad tracks going off into the distance. He's just sang Yellow Brick Road. There's something going to happen with this person's health for the good. You could be there 1.5, 2 years quite easy. If we can reverse but what you've got to do to get to 2 years is to stop this, is to distract this person from feeling so negative. Because actually, there is a way out of it for this person. They could actually mentally turn it round, even if they think they can't. And they could get surprising results from just being more positive. And I mean, really surprising results that they're not expecting. I think that you could be, I think it's probably the panic attacks then. You could certainly get to 1.5, 2 years, which is surprising. 101 years old. I would, if you'd have said that, I'd have been thinking, what the hell are the cards saying? But I'm not getting death and destruction. And both of those songs that Albert sang are about distance. I'm going to say something here. And I don't know whether Nancy will take this right, but I think you'll start this, but I don't think you're going to finish it. I think you're going to go for I don't know whether it's the same role in I see you going for either promotion or something better than what you're doing to get out. I see you trying to get out of that death cycle where you're looking at it. I think you're going to do it for 6-7 months and think, I can do better than this. I'm sick of watching people pass away. I want to make myself better, and you will do. And God bless, love and light. I think you will. You're gonna go far further somewhere else than you will here. You will make it. You've got to be confident, and you've got to make sure that manifest it. Make sure it happens, because you can do it, Nancy. Absolutely. Yes. So I thought she disappeared. She hasn't. She's in. So we can go. We've got Angie, and then we've got so Angie. If you could put your question, then we're going to our last one, which is intuitive insights. If Angie, you can put your question on, and then intuitive insights. If you can give me your question, we can do both of you, one after the other, and we're done. I don't believe we've been that long. I think I might have missed my slot with Hershey. Dang. So we've got Angie. Angie, how does my ancestors think I'm? Ooh, Angie. Like a treasure chest. You're like a treasure chest, Angie. The only trouble is, Angie didn't realise that your ancestors have still got the bloody key, and Angie's walking around this sodding chest trying to open it up and thinking, well, I'll just make do with what I've got then. And the spirit world, your ancestors are dangling this key, going, we've got it. They will be giving you the key. Not just yet. How's it dangling a key in front of somebody? Oh, but you can't have it. I think it's almost like I heard eventually. Eventually, yeah. Eventually they'll give it you. Are they dangling the key in front of Angie and saying, you can't have it yet? What is it that Angie's doing that's not quite right at the minute? No, I mean, we did do you, Nicola. You'll have to go back and replay it. Not even I can remember that far back. Jesus, no chance. So, Angie. Whoa! Oh, you can't make me drop that many cards. That's not fair. That's not fair. Oh, I'll tell you what, we will show you them. I'll show you them really quickly because there are rather too many here. We have the Ace of Pentacles, so things are turned. Look, there is something, we do need to stop doing something. That's what they're saying. We need to stop, Angie. Look, there's something that you're doing that the spirit world aren't happy with. There's something that you're doing and the spirit world aren't really happy with it. They are trying to help you and push you through. But sometimes it can be a bit of a battle. What is it that Angie's doing that's really not, that the spirit world aren't happy with is the question. Oh, here we go. Intuitive Insights has given me the last question there. So Angie's doings, how do the spirit look? They think you're doing a good job, but for one thing. What is that one thing? When you've got it right, they'll give you the key to the chest and things will change. Key to the chest. What's in the chest? Knowledge. Family knowledge, families. Look, the family had. I just said jerks. They obviously think that there's something that you're not. We'll give you the site if you can stop doing whatever it is you're doing, which is really pissing them off. No, it's not. It's just that they would like to see you understand that you can't just. You've got to be able to justify your actions on Earth, and there's something that you're not quite being honest about, and it's something that. Are you being a bit of a peacock? Is Angie being a bit of a peacock? Because here I'm not being told this is another person. I'm being told this is the spirit world looking at Angie, and there's the peacock trying to be somebody that she's not. We want Angie to be who she is. Just act as you are. Act as who you are. Stop running away. You're right. As soon as something happens, you'll say something, you'll start annoying people, and then you'll sort of run off. Can we stop running away? Seven of Swords in this one is all about, as soon as other people start trying to lay one on Angie and get one over her, she just runs off and like, no, fine, I'm having my own way, and that's it. And she then recreates herself as something that she's completely not. When you do that, when you stop doing that, then the spirit world will act, and the spirit world will give you your key. So what is it about Angie being a bit of a peacock? I'm surprised. I didn't think Angie would be a peacock, but sometimes she tries to pretend she's someone who she's not. says things to people who perhaps she shouldn't be speaking to. I don't know whether that's like living or dead. So, hey, it could be either side. They're not telling me, so I can't get that one. Look away for the final cut. Yeah, I mean, so yes, Nancy, thank you. Yeah, I think Nancy might have been about 20 minutes behind. Poison Thorns. The fact that she tends God, these are really awkward cards. Do I go on with them? Yeah, we will. Peacock, pretending that you're someone, you can hurt people. You really can be a little bit of a poison thorn sometimes. And you can be, it's almost like she pretends to be a little bit abrasive and a little bit sort of not poisonous, but certainly aggressive. You cut the hand there. But she's not really putting herself away. So hopefully, Nancy's about 20 minutes behind. You're not live. So go, instead of running away, think of this as a sacred trail. You're trying to improve yourself. You need to spiritually improve yourself. You need to go on that trail of learning, so that they can see that you're not just going to be. They don't like you pretending to be that somebody that you're not. They want to know you. They want to understand you. And I think that tongue in your mouth. Who used to stutter on the other side because he's having a really tough time speaking? One of your relatives. Your relatives are having a problem with you. That they want you to come across and try and speak to them a bit more, be with them, and actually be yourself. They want you to be yourself. Spiritually, you have to take the first step, right? One, knowing the first step. They want you to take the first step in making things a little bit better. So now somebody who passed away used to stutter because they're here. So yeah, just I think we need to be who we are and not try and put ourselves out as someone else, and try and that's that show, isn't it? Yeah, Rodney on that show. Yeah. So yeah, and then you need to try and bring your relatives across from the other side and start to speak to them. Take that first step. They'll make the next step, but you have to take that first step. They're not allowed to jump and tell you and start to speak to you honestly. You have to take that. And I don't think they believe you've really took that first step yet in trying to be honest and talk to them on a one-to-one basis. Yeah. That short about the tattooed angel. Oh, yes. Angela. And yes, it was tattooed on her arm. I mean, I'm useless with names usually, so amazing. So yes, don't know. It's a bit of a mixed bag, that one. Yeah, I don't know, but they don't believe they think you've done okay, but they don't think you've done okay as far as taking the first step to be with them and like say, give me that key. I deserve it. I think they're just holding back on it. They will give it you, but they want to see that you're being who you are. We're going with our last one, which is there we are. Intuitive Insights. Thank God that they stayed. I'm ready for the move. Just being redirected in other directions. I'm trying to. I'll tell you while I'm rocking in a minute. I'm just. I'm trying to trust the process and the timing, and not force anything. But what I'm. But what am I? But what am I missing? My intuition has been peaking lately too. Well, the second card's on top should answer the second bit of that. Why the intuitive side? Which one shall we go with for which deck for the move? We go with the old one, the original deck. So intuitive insights. All right, the move. Everything seemed. I'm being shown a piece of paper. I'm like you. I'm an intuitive, and I'm being shown a piece of paper. Just one. One piece of paper is the most important. Don't say that. Albert gave me a piece of paper. I showed me a piece of paper, waved it, and goes, "Lost or stolen." Just watch out where make sure everybody gets what you send. It's almost like Gates. There's a piece of paper for intuitive insights. There are three messages, but it's all one. Yeah. It's one of those strange ones. Intuitive. I'll go to you. Yeah, it's one of them where what we're seeing is there's a lot of places move. Yeah, but it's a move. But I've got one piece of paper, and Albert's saying. I am looking for any answers the spirit world has me about the Somo move. Watch out for a piece of paper. Albert says, watch out for a piece of paper. I don't know whether it's lost or it's stolen, but it doesn't get where it's supposed to go. So if you're going to send something intuitive, make sure you know where it's going. And if you can, make sure it absolutely gets there, because Albert is saying it might not do. I don't see it being the end of it. I think it's just going to make a really painful. It's going to take bloody ages without that. I just feel you're going to go, oh, it's going to take ages without that. I'm going to have to go round the houses, through the trees, down the road, back up again, and do it all again 3 times before I get the same solution. Solution. It's a solution, intuitive. It's a solution. So there's a question, and the paperwork is about solving something. We can do this. Bang. There we are. Paperwork does it. And the paperwork gets lost, and now you've got to find a different way around it, because where did the information go? Or make duplicates of what you send, because I've got a feeling if this gets lost and you haven't got it written down, you're going to be scuppered. Make sure you make copies of everything, and every piece of paper goes where it's supposed to go. And it does seem to be one piece of paper. I'm only seeing one piece of paper. Ooh, blimey, all upside down. Thank God for that. So we have the Prince of Cups. this is about something nice, right? Right, we're trying to achieve something. The only trouble is with this upside down, we have this little animal here, the scorpion. So the scorpion comes out here. So we've got, look, the news is great. Things are changing because we have here the snake. So things are changing. We're shedding, we're moving on, we're doing something like the snake would. Sheds its skin, moves on. There's something not quite right in it. And it's almost like it's underhand dealings. It's got something to do in the paper has something to do with a solution to something. It's a solution to a problem. So if it's a move, then it must be a move that has an issue. There's at least one issue that requires a way around it. Right? We can't do this the normal way because we have a petrol station not far from us. So officially, it's an explosive unit, and it's only half a mile away. So we had to have a piece of paper to say that we knew the risks of living within half a mile of an explosive unit, a petrol station. Yeah, something like that, where you'd sort of think that paperwork, I need to get in there because that's the solution to whatever this minor problem is. And I don't see it halting everything. It just puts it off for a bit. And it's like, dang. So, and I think that's what this card is as well. It's about the scorpion. Everything's going fine. The snake's shedding its skin. And then we get the Prince of Cups. And the Prince of Cups is saying, yeah. Things just it's almost like something goes awry. It's almost like somebody actually wanted it to go awry. I can't imagine it, but that's what the meaning of the card would be. It would be that somebody actually wanted that piece of paper to go missing. I can't imagine that, but hey, Queen of Cups is straight on after it. It's amazing. Got it two together. And again, upside down. If that piece of paper goes missing, it's a female that you need to look at. We can ask that with the next one. We'll ask with the top card on top. And then we've got a King of Wands. Now, King of Wands, a lot better. Look, everything will get sorted out. I see someone, particularly a male, forcing this through. So don't worry, it will get sorted out. But there's a female trying to scupper it. There's a female who's almost like, I don't really want to. Intuitive. No, she's not going to get this. I'm going to make it hard for her. Does this person really think she's going to get away? What have you just said? There's a female here, dark hair. She's got dark hair as well, sort of down to about here, shoulder, just below the shoulder, and it sort of waves and then goes. It sort of goes round and then sort of curls at this. It's one of those hooked hairdos that just hooks under the. She doesn't look that old either, and she says. It's almost like a feeling of, who does she think she is, thinking that she could just do this and bugger off and solo move. Almost like a bit of jealousy. I don't know if there's a bit of jealousy. But that would mean that the paper doesn't come from, oh, Tina, we didn't tell John about your experience. Oh, God. So, yeah. It doesn't sound like it's a piece of paper that is sort of, top-notch official. More sort of, we'll accept. It's almost like it's a piece of paper where, like I said, I accept the risks of moving next to a petrol station. Some bit of information that is possibly, something that they could try and scupper in some way, especially if they could get hold of the letter that you're going to post in the post box. But do watch out for a piece of paper. It showed me a piece of paper. So we're gonna one more shuffle, okay then, and then we're gonna go for this this scorpion. What is it that's really that this female is going to be trying to stop? And what is this piece of information? It is all concerning the move, the wheel of fortune, things turning. The scorpion is trying to stop the wheel of fortune turning. This is jealousy. This is jealousy. So this female then, yeah, this female is saying no. This female is trying to, enter your own. Oh, I wonder if the word risk. I wonder if it's the word risk. I mentioned the petrol station at the bottom, right? Intuitive. If where you're moving needs a special dispensation that says that you accept the risk, then that's what this card's about. But this person doesn't like. This is also the no card, and it's landing on top of this this female that doesn't want you to move. Watch out for the piece of paper if you're going somewhere. No, it's not application. This is some, when you make when you get accept, you're like, right, okay, we're going to move there. And they look into it and they say, well, there's certain things that it's close to, or certain things that we need to just make sure you're aware of in the local vicinity. Certainly in England, if we move somewhere near, like I said, near a petrol station, we have to give special dispensation to say, I don't mind the risk of moving next to a petrol station. We have to accept the risk. It could blow up and our house is gone. Hey, we lose everything. So there are certain things that you may get into, and if you do, yeah, you've certainly got somebody prying on you. Somebody doesn't want this to go ahead, and the only way they can stop you, intuitive, is by getting in the way of that piece of paper. And if you find out what that piece of paper is, I would love to know, because it's always nice to work out where the hell that piece, because I'm getting it's got something to do with risk. There's some risk involved in moving. Is it insuring the goods as they get moved? But it's got something to do. It's got something to do with a piece of paper. I'd be asking other people where they can work out what the hell this piece of paper is. It's near the end. The paper comes in at the end. It goes fine. It goes fine. You've just got this bloody woman poking her nose in. I tell you what you could do. Watch out for a female poking her nose in. Watch out for a female poking her nose in. She's trying to stop it. Don't let her get close to you. Don't let her bloody certainly not get close to any letters that you're writing. And certainly look out for her, because I'm being told this person is what are you saying, Albert? Bordering on. Oh, what's the word? Bordering on. It says she's bordering on. When somebody is like, oh, really too getting too close and too interested in you. She's bordering on just playing weird, this person. So do watch out for her, because she's not good to know. Really not good to know. And the piece of paper comes in near the end. You probably think everything's almost done. and then you'll get one piece of somebody saying, "Oh, we can complete it, but can you just approve this first?" And you're like, "Okay, I can approve that. I'll do it tonight. Write it, put it in the post," and it doesn't turn up. It just doesn't turn up. I'm sure. Where did it go? It's disappeared. Just disappeared. I don't know how, but yeah, definitely trust your gut. Absolutely, Anna. This person is bordering on insane. She's like got this perverted. It's almost like she's got this perverted enjoyment of causing trouble. It's a bit like lamb chop, you know, it bordering on just plain weird. But yeah, really do keep an eye on out for a female intuitive. Is she jealous? Is she jealous that you're getting out and that she? I wonder if you know her. I think you might know her because it's almost like she's really jealous and she likes being near you. So she likes being near you. You probably do know her. She will be jealous of you moving, bordering on insanity. Yeah, exactly. Some of her question, some of the way she speaks to you, I bet, is quite unnerving. I think you probably get unnerved sometimes by the way she asks questions or what she's asking. You think, what's she asked me that for? And why is my camera not getting the zoom all of a sudden? So yeah, do watch out for that. Can't believe we've done that. 12 thumbs up, 5 people left in. That was, yeah, and expect the paper somewhere near the end. So hopefully everybody's enjoyed it, including was it Flossie? Whichever one was about. I think was it Nancy was a little bit behind time-wise, wasn't on the live stream. Do be careful of making sure that when you're on a live like this, that the green dot is it in the corner down there is on green and that you or red, making sure that you are live and that you're not miles away. Because I was answering questions and she was and was it Nancy? I can't remember. 20 minutes later, she was answering it in the comments, and I'm thinking, oh, she's not live. So I might quit the live stream now, and she'll think, well, I didn't get to the end. So I do apologize. You do have to look at the live content. We did lose. Last year we did actually have to say goodbye to a mod, and they never came back because they kept getting rid of people, and it wasn't their fault. They were just never looking at the bloody little dot in the corner saying she's not live. You're 20 minutes behind. So it caused a bit of a problem. So the comments box is live, always live, but the screen can be about 20 minutes behind if you've had an outage of your internet. So yeah, thank you very much, everybody, for being here. You all have subscribed, so thank you very much. You have actually had to be subscribed for 5 minutes as well. So unfortunately, that was to try and stop certain troll getting in. It seemed to work. I can't believe it. Well, I'm sure he'll find a way around it. He will. He always does, doesn't he? So, but we enjoyed it, free of trolls. Thank you very much, and we shall see you again. Probably, I don't know, Monday, Tuesday. Tuesday, I get my new spirit box, so we may do an investigation Tuesday. So we would look out for an investigation if I get delivery on a Tuesday, our time, morning, afternoon. So what do we say, Albert? We've got to say goodbye. I'm sorry. Okay. Goodbye. With little hand. Goodbye, Jen. Au revoir. I can't sing that one. I don't know. Anyway, Albert's singing that one. It's goodbye from him. What, if I may ask, was the paper only related to this solar move? Yes. Yes. Absolutely. And absolutely, it was only to the solar move. Absolutely. So it's goodbye from Albert. It's goodbye from me. I remember, ghosts don't bite. And I'll see you possibly for an investigation Tuesday. Be there or be square.